Welcome to another crash course in Warframe. This one is going to be focused on the Excalibur class. This guy is one of 3 classes that are available to you for free when you create a new account. It should also be noted that the one I'm using is actually called the Excalibur Prime, and it comes with the Founders Package. And unlike its non-founder counterpart, this guy comes with some shiny gold trim. Sexy. Now, the Excalibur is widely regarded as one of the best starter frames. It has average health, average shields, average power max. It's pretty much just an all-around average frame. But what's definitely not average is his first ability called Slash Dash. Impressive, right? And it's cheap too. Let's watch this again in slow motion. This ability is gonna launch you straight forward and do just severe amounts of damage to anything in the vicinity. There are 7 guys that just got wiped. And while I may be overleveled for this area, you will still see these same results for very much of your early gameplay. Hell, even in some of your mid to high range gameplay, you still see that. The next ability is the Radial Blind. This one costs a significant amount of energy, especially early on, but it can be invaluable when you're trying to get out of a bind. Now, as the name states, you raise the sword in the air and a flash comes out, effectively blinding everybody around you. Now, for the next several seconds, these enemies are all stunned. This allows you to get some swings in or get away if you need to. Now, this ability is called the Super Jump, and it is extremely cheap at 10 energy. Unfortunately, it's also extremely situational. I mean, with the already existing Space Ninja abilities like running across walls and jumping over huge gaps and flipping and all of that, having an ability that simply jumps you 3 times your normal height isn't all that useful. But I would still recommend keeping at least a rank 1 of these around until you reach mod capacity and need to replace it with something more useful, because although it may be situational, it only costs 10 energy. Now, the Excalibur's final ability is called the Radial Javelin, and it costs 100 energy, and it takes up quite a bit of resources on your Warframe, especially in the earlier levels. Now, this ability does a ton of damage, and while it's extremely useful for clearing out a good handful of people, keep in mind that it costs a lot of energy, and in most cases, you can get away with the Slash Dash and do just as much destruction. But the best part about this ability is that it impales your enemies against the walls, and sometimes ceilings. So in terms of cool factor, it definitely has it. And the damage it puts out is certainly nothing to laugh at. But at the cost of 100 energy, you might decide just to slash dash around a couple times. So overall, the Excalibur is a great all-around offensive Warframe that's perfect for most beginners. But keep in mind that if you think you're gonna get the Founders Package, it might be best to try something else, that way you don't get stuck with an Excalibur and an Excalibur Prime.